morning, grade 4s. Today we're going to talk about prepositional phrases found in somewhat weird places in the sentence. We've talked about them a lot of the time about how they're found at the end of the sentence or the beginning of the sentence. However, sometimes they're found right in the middle of the subject and the verb, and that looks a little weird, but that's okay. So we're just going to go through some examples today. Feel free to follow along with me in your books on page 149. And here we go. So we're going to start with Think A. Think A is telling us to do two things. First of all, we're going to put parentheses around the prepositional phrase. And second, we're going to mark the sentence. So subject, verb, line in between the two. That sounds pretty simple enough. So let's give it a try. Number 1, the artist of the Mona Lisa was Leonardo da Vinci. First of all, I'm going to start by finding my verb. I always like to start by marking my sentence. So the verb in this sentence is was, one of those being verbs. We've got to be a little careful now. Now, who was? The Mona Lisa was? No, but the artist was. So the artist is my subject. Now, right in between artist and was, usually I draw a line, but I have this big prepositional phrase. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my line before the verb just like that. And then the prepositional phrase, which has the of in it, I'm going to start by drawing my parentheses here, and then of the what? Of the Mona Lisa. So that phrase goes all the way till there. That's the prepositional phrase. I take a quick look to see if there's any more prepositional phrases, but I think I got them all, so we are good with number 1. Right in between that subject and verb. Let's try number 2. Another of Da Vinci's famous paintings is Last Supper. So first of all, looking for my verb, immediately I see the word is, which is another one of those being verbs. Want to be a little bit careful with those ones. Who is? Oh, the paintings. Paintings is my subject here. Or you'd think it would be the subject here. But really, the subject of this one is really tricky. It's actually the word another. Another is this. Paintings is part of another prepositional phrase starting with the word of and ending with the word paintings. Of what? Of Da Vinci's famous paintings. So very tricky there, but the prepositional phrase happens in between the subject and the verb. So that's one thing to look out with those ones. Okay, Think B is very similar. We're doing the same thing, except this time when we do our prepositional phrases, we're going to circle the object of the preposition, the what part of the preposition. So let's see how that works. A well-known painting on canvas is Vincent van Gogh's The Starry Night. So first of all, I'm going to start by finding my verb. Here we go. Is, another one of those tricky verbs. Is my verb. Who is or what is? The painting is in this case. I know that because well-known, that's not a noun. That isn't a noun. Both of those are describing something else. So painting is the first noun in my sentence. It's going to be my subject. Now in between here I have the word on, which is a preposition. So we have a prepositional phrase. On what? On canvas. So what's the object of that preposition? The noun canvas is. So there we go. I have drawn my parentheses around the prepositional phrase and I've circled the object. I'm just going to check to make sure there's not another one. I don't see a preposition like on or above or near or anything like that. So I think we're good for this one. Let's look at number 2. The sky in swirls and whirls is mostly shades of blue. So first of all, I see the word is. That's going to be my verb. Who is or what is? The sky. So sky is my subject. This bit in between starts with a preposition in. In what? In swirls and whirls. In this case, both swirls and whirls are the object in my preposition. So there we go. We look in the sentence to see if there's another one. Oh, of is also a preposition. I'm going to bracket that. Of what? Of blue. So in this case, the object is blue, just like that. There we go. So same thing for Think C. And this time we have another little trick here. This time we have to choose the correct verb in these parentheses as well as add our prepositional ones and mark the sentence. But that's okay, we can do that as well. So let's look at number 1. The lady with the red jacket is or are my teacher. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to choose which verb I think is correct. The lady with the red jacket is my teacher. The lady with the red jacket are my teacher. I'm going to go with is because is talking about one person and there's only one lady. So I'm going to double underline is just like that. Who is? The lady is. So lady is my subject. There we go. I've marked my sentence. I've chosen the correct verb. Now I have to put my prepositional phrase in parentheses. So looking for words that are prepositions, with. With is a preposition. With what? With the red jacket. So jacket is where my prepositional phrase ends. And there we go. First sentence done. Let's look at the second one. The puppies at the store is so cute or are so cute. In this case, there's more than one puppy, so we're going to use the word are. Going to double underline are. And then who are? The puppies are. There we go. So there's my subject and my verb. Let's look for our prepositional phrases. At is a preposition. At what? At the store. So that whole thing there is a preposition. Once again, in between the subject and verb today. That's just where we're finding them. Finally, remember D is just a callback to before things. So we're told we have to put the prepositional phrase in brackets. We're told to mark the sentence, and then we're told to figure out if the boxed word is a noun, so a person, place, or thing, an adjective, which describes a noun, an adverb, which describes a verb, a conjunction, which is the words like and, but, or that join parts of the sentence together, or a preposition, which are those on, near, far, at, of, all of words like that. And remember, you do have a list in your textbook that you can look back on if you get confused of whether something is a preposition. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to read our sentence, we're going to mark it, we're going to bracket the preposition, and then we're going to decide what the word is. So here we go. Mona Lisa and Starry Night are both paintings on canvas. First thing I'm going to do is find that verb. Are is my being verb this time. What are or who are? The paintings, Starry Night and Mona Lisa. Those are names, so yes, both of those are our subjects. Am I having any prepositions in here? Oh, the word on is a preposition. On what? On canvas, so that's my prepositional phrase there. And the word canvas, now that's part of the prepositional phrase, but is canvas itself a preposition? If you said no, you would be correct, because canvas is a thing, and any person, place, or thing is a noun. So that's what that looks like, grade 4s. I wish you the best with the rest of your work today. Bye-bye.